Hi again, everybody. Bill Phillips here on a Tuesday in the month of July 22nd to be exact. And I see right there, Valley Converting. Can't thank them enough for all that they do. We greatly appreciate it. They're in T-Town, in the Gem City of Toronto, Ohio. If you need your paper products recycled, give Valley Converting a call. Ask for Mike. He'll take care of you, and he'll get you all set up. Now, the 22nd of July, a few different things that are days of, national days of, as we, on the description, remembering Malcolm-Jamal Warner. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Sad day, sad news. Theo Huxtable, he played the character of Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show, had a number of other shows that he was on, very successful, just 54 years old. He's passed away, accidental drowning in Costa Rica on a family vacation. So that's it's tough to hear news like that, but we'll talk about him. I don't know if a lot of Cosby Show fans out there, or other shows that we'll talk about that he was on, but always seemed like just a solid individual, and just enjoyed watching him play his parts on the television and other things as well. So sad news there, but we're going to start with the national days. National Mango Day. A lot of vitamin C. Apparently, twice as much vitamin C in a mango than there is in an orange. So a fruit that you do a lot of things with. I always think of mango habanero, one of the flavors on the Buffalo Wild Wings flavors for wings. So mango, always good, solid. National Panucci Day, creamy candy, Italian name. It's a maple flavored fudge. There's no chocolate in this fudge, but they consider it a fudge made with brown sugar rather than white sugar. I'd never heard about it until today, but it's National Panucci Day. Creamy candy, Italian named fudge, and maple flavored, filled with nuts and everything. So sounds pretty good. But the big thing is, if you have some mango and you have some Panucci, you need a nap. And today would be a perfect day in the Ohio Valley. If you're in the Ohio Valley today, you're enjoying a low humidity, basically about an 80-degree day, plenty of sunshine. It's National Hammock Day. National Hammock Day indeed. Now, I'm sure I've talked about this before on the 9-Minute Phill-Up, but National Hammock Day, my stepfather had one. He set it up in his backyard on Cape Cod, where you go vacation there, and you had a rope that came down along the tree. So when you got into the hammock and you're all settled, you just pull that rope, and it would make the hammock swing back and forth, rock you to sleep. And usually by the end of the day, if you've been to the beach or out in the sun, you'd fall asleep and you just kind of rock it away in the hammock. My roommates and I at the University of Miami, we may have had a hammock. We may have put some holes in the ceiling to hold it up, and then figured out a way that can make it look like toothpaste kind of matched the ceiling in terms of when we were closing up shop for the year. We didn't want to get in trouble for putting a drill bit into the ceiling, but we had a hammock. We enjoyed it. We had fun with that. So it's college, hey, we need a hammock. It's kind of like, I don't know why we need it in the room, but we had a hammock. It was in the room, and it was pretty good. Let's see, birthdays today. There's a bunch of birthdays today that probably remember. Danny Glover, 1946, actor. Murtaugh on the Lethal Weapons movie. He was in The Color Purple as well. He's been in a lot of really good movies. Don Henley, how prolific is this guy when it comes to music? One of the founding members of the Eagles, 1947. The musician. He's also done a lot of solo work himself. So tremendous entertainer, singer, songwriter, drummer. Don Henley, born in 1947. S.E. Hinton, The Outsiders, the author of The Outsiders, born in 1948. William Dafoe, Platoon, Spider-Man movies. I think he's in the Ultra beer commercial now, taking on people in pickleball and beating them for their Ultra beers. And Selena Gomez, 1992, pop artist, actor, as well. Selena Gomez, born in 1992, her birthday today. So a lot going on today. And then this is the big one for National national events or things to remember. 1796. Hello, Cleveland, the land. Cleveland, Ohio, founded by General Moses Cleveland. 1796. 1796. So a few years ago, Cleveland, founded by General Moses Cleveland. So there you have it. It's a birthday today for the city of Cleveland. City of Cleveland, indeed. Well, right now, we're going to talk a little bit more about Valley Converting. We want to thank them for all that they do for us, and we want to thank them as they try and help the Ohio Valley.
Every piece of paper has a story. What if that story didn't end when you were done with it?
At Valley Converting, we turn your old paper products into recycled paperboard, continuing the story.
Locally owned and operated in Toronto, Ohio, bringing your paper to Valley Converting isn't just about recycling.
It's about supporting a cleaner, greener future for all of us.
We are here 5 days a week to help you make some green by going green.
And remember,
recycle for your future.
Mike Biasi and the crew at Valley Converting in Toronto, Ohio, T-Town, the Gem City. Can't thank them enough for all that they do for the 9-Minute Phill-Up. So Valley Converting, if you have any paper products you need recycled, let them know. They'll take care of you. Let's see. We've got some comments checking in. Here we go. Brian checking in. Hey, Bill, about junk food day yesterday. How about peanut butter pie? That sounds really good. That sounds really good. That sounds pretty good. That sounds like a quality idea right there. I may have had a couple Coca-Colas yesterday. That's my go-to junk food. I may have had a couple of those, but peanut butter pie, that sounds really good. But that kind of falls right into your favorite. Didn't you say yesterday that your favorite was Reese's Peanut Butter Cup? So it's just a giant peanut butter cup. So, but I like where your head's at on that. Okay, T-Dog checking in. Wearing an M&M's t-shirt today, and I bought a snack size M&M's because I was craving it. It's a blue M&M's t-shirt, and appropriate for the day after junk food day. Absolutely. So T-Dog checking in with that. And Brian, we need to take a road trip to Amish country to eat, and then we'll get Jordan to Ashland. Yes, Jordan, the Ashland Eagle, or we like to call him Blue Hawk. So, but Ashland, yeah, she's proud alum of Ashland. So we'll have to have Jordan in to talk about Ashland at some point. She's busy right now. She's busy working on the midday show. But anybody else wants to chime in now? Here's something. I don't know, Brian and T-Dog. I don't know if you. It was must see TV. It was must see TV back in the 1980s, the mid 80s, early 80s. And one of the shows that was must-see TV was The Cosby Show. And one of the main characters on that show from 1984 to 1992, many award nominees for Malcolm-Jamal Warner. He was Theo Huxtable, the son of Dr. Huxtable, played by Bill Cosby. And unfortunately, sadly, news getting out yesterday, and I hadn't heard the news yesterday. Heard it this morning that Malcolm-Jamal Warner passed away at the age of 54, apparently from an accidental drowning, according to Costa Rican officials. Perhaps was out swimming a little bit too strong of a current for his skills. Was kind of just taken away by the current, and that it's the beach is in the water, just a tough place. If you're not a strong swimmer, and I'm not saying he wasn't a strong swimmer, but even strong swimmers, you get in that current, and that current's maybe a riptide or something like that. It's going to be a difficult chore. So it's sad news. Cosby Show from 84 to 92. Malcolm-Jamal Warner played Theo Huxtable, and he played it great. He was really good. Was the perfect teenage boy. I mean, he had all the angst of a teenager. I mean, he did a really, really good job with it. Now, if you remember, he also after that, he also was Malcolm McGee on the Malcolm and Eddie show from 96 to 2000. Dr. Alex Reed on the sitcom Read Between the Lines. And then Dr. A.J. Austin in the medical drama The Resident. And he also won a Grammy for traditional rap performance. Jesus Children was the name of the song, and survived by his wife and a daughter, and just tragic news, and just one of the things where you never want to get any tragic news, but it's part of it's one of the parts of the job, one of the parts of life where people are going to pass, and it's a stunner because you don't expect it. 54 years old and on vacation, on a family vacation, and just it's happened to families throughout the course of time. You're on a vacation, you're on enjoying yourself, and something goes wrong, and suddenly someone's gone. And we have lost Malcolm-Jamal Warner, but what a wonderful actor, and always seemed to hold himself. Always held himself. I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. He's just a class act. I think that's the best way to put it. Just a class act. Never seemed to have any problems in terms of being in the public spotlight or doing things you hear about actors and actresses, musicians that might get a little bit out of control and they don't present themselves in the best light. Well, he always did. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, can't think of anything that any negative press that he would have brought to himself at all about anything. He just he went about his business, enjoyed being an artist, an actor, and a singer, and just did a good job. So just terribly sad news today that's to come out. T-Dog working out at the gym today, getting after it. You got to be at the gym after you're having those M&Ms. So that's good. But Brian checking in with I Remember It Well. Great show. Absolutely great show. T-Dog, I remember the Crosby Show. That's sad. Yeah, absolutely. I was 8 when Cosby Show was popular. Yeah, I mean, the 80s, mid-80s was when it started. I was basically finishing up high school, getting ready for college, but it was one of those shows you didn't miss. You didn't miss. And then I got to WTOV9 in 91. It was still on the air for the next couple of years. So just a very popular show, an iconic show in American television history. Just outstanding show. John Michael Ward checking in. He was also a guest star in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, season 2, episode 9. Cased Up played Hillary's boyfriend, Eric. So there you go. So like I said, he was all over the place. Always just presented himself so well, and just a class act. Just a class act again. And just like I think one of the last shows I saw him on was The Resident. I don't get to watch a lot of evening shows anymore. And I was flipping around. He was playing a doctor and had a surgery and the whole thing. And I went, "Hey, it's Theo." And I'm like, "Oh, it's Malcolm-Jamal." But that's the first thing you see him, even as an adult. The role was so iconic. The role was so important to the show, and you saw him grow up. You saw him grow up. So then when you would see him later on, you just, that's the first thing that you thought of. If you grew up during that time or you watched that show during that time, he was such a big part of that show that you just, as I said, you watched him grow up into a young man. And then you just, continue to follow his careers with the different shows. But I saw him playing a doctor, and he played it well. And it was, it was a good show. And he was, he did a great job, and just it's just really sad that he's gone at 54, specifically for his family, obviously, but he has thousands and thousands and thousands of fans, and that's underestimating the number of people that are probably his fans, because that show reached millions and millions every week. So just a sad day, but we remember him, and just a tragic happening in Costa Rica. But Malcolm-Jamal Warner, Theo Huxtable from The Cosby Show, lost at the age of 54 due to apparent accidental drowning in Costa Rica on a family vacation. Just wanted to take some time to remember him today, and just what an iconic role he played, and how well he played it, and how well he carried himself throughout his life. So we'll change gears here, so to speak. Brian bringing up high school football practice starting soon. It started in many places already in terms of conditioning. You may have a lot of teams right now doing a week's worth of conditioning or so, and then they'll get the pads on and start double sessions and practice and everything else. But high school football is right around the corner. We're inside a month to go before the high school football season kicks off. So kick off in the Ohio Valley around the 20th, 21st of, let's see what day of the week that is. It's a Thursday. There's going to be Thursday night games. So what's the actual date of that? Let's get the calendar out and see what the day is. So let's see, August, that'd be Friday, Thursday. Yeah, so August 21st. So we're July 22nd. So we basically have a month before we get going. Brian, Monroe Central should have a pretty good basketball team this winter. They had a great basketball team last winter, winning a state championship. They should have a pretty good football team again this year as well, and they should have a pretty good basketball team right now. They're on a nice run right now. So Monroe Central will be a force on the football field and the basketball court this season for the boys basketball team and the football team at Monroe Central, without a doubt. Absolutely. So they will be ready to go. I'm sure Coach has them working hard and getting ready for the upcoming season of football and basketball. They'll be ready as well. That about does it for today. Can't thank you enough for stopping by and checking out the 9-Minute Phill-Up. We greatly appreciate your time. Greatly appreciate you being a part of the show. And can't wish you the best enough. And remember the 2 rules, everybody. Have fun and always try your best. Thanks again for stopping by. We will see you next time, everybody.